Hello dear viewers, greetings. Today's session, now we are going to see the topic about dendritic cells. The dendritic cells, otherwise known as antigen presenting cells. And the subtopics I have included in this session: introduction about the dendritic cells and the structure of dendritic cells, how do dendritic cells work against pathogen and adapt immune response, innate immune response, and the types of dendritic cells and functions of dendritic cells, and reference for these notes. Let's we discuss about the introduction of dendritic cells. Dendritic cells are key antigen presenting cells of the immune system that inform other effector immune cells to fight against invasive pathogens. And this is also called preventional antigen presenting cells, as this present an antigen as parts of antigen to the receptor on the different immune cells in order to elect an immune response against them. And also, dendritic cells represent a distinct type of white blood cells capable of alerting the immune system about the presence of infections and the activating innate and adaptive immune responses. The term dendritic cells was given due to the tree-like or dendritic appearance of the cell. These are also considered the stainless of the immune system, as the dendritic cells play an essential role in the initiation of both innate and adaptive immune responses. As a part of antigen presentation, dendritic cells also process antigen to ensure the association between them and measure an incompatibility more complex molecules. And also, the immature dendritic cells are present in the peripheral tissue where the patrol for pathogen and antigen. And the trigger for the activation of dendritic cells is brought by the encounter of pathogen derived TLR ligands, intracellular sensors, or pro-inflammatory molecules. The maturation of dendritic cells involve the activation of lysosome and antigen processing machinery, which enhance the efficiency of peptide and MHC production. And this is the structure of dendritic cells. The immature dendritic cells, after the maturation process, the mature dendritic cells will formed. The dendritic cells are larger antigen presenting cells with compared with the other antigen presenting cells. The cells are irregular in shape with bases dense granules, an irregular nucleus, and also a small nucleolus. The projection from the cell extend in many directions from the cell body, which are involved in patrolling for invading pathogens. And similarly, dendritic cells as different stages of maturation have different types of granules. The size and occurrence of granules in dendritic cells are diverse, but the most common granules occurring in dendritic cells are melanine granules. And we discuss about how do dendritic cells work against the pathogen. The dendritic cells occur in almost all type of tissue in the human body, where they act as a link between the innate and adaptive immune responses. The dendritic cells in this tissue can exist as either mature cells and are also immature cells. The process of maturation causes the loss of attentive structure, recognition of the cytoskeleton, and increase in the movement. It also lead a decrease in the endocytic activity and also increase the expansion of MHC2 and costimulatory molecules. And we discuss about the adaptive immune responses. The mature dendritic cells express a high level of the chemokine receptor, CCR7 and cytokinase, both of which are important for T cell activation. And the dendritic cells also have a unique characteristics of cross presentation, as this can trigger response against intracellular antigen from different of cell types. And now we discuss about the innate immune responses. The dendritic cells activated at NK cells, that means natural killer cells in lymph nodes, by the secretion of cytokinase like IL-2 and INF gamma that are essential for NK cell proliferation. The mechanism of dendritic cell mediated and natural killer cell activation, it is an important pathway for activation of cell in the innate immunity. The dendritic cells activation in the presence of microorganism can also induce the natural killer cell cytotoxic function. We discuss about what are the types of dendritic cells are present. Number one, plasmacytoid dendritic cells. Plasmacytoid dendritic cells are then characterized by the expression of B220 and BTCA1. This resemble plasma cell, hence the name. And also these cells are important mediators of the immune responses against viral particle as a result of the production of large amount of type 1 interferons. And the next type of dendritic cell, the conventional dendritic cell. Conventional dendritic cells are further divided into subset CD8A plus CD1111B plus. These cells can process and present antigen to T cells by the secretion of cytokinase like IL-2. And the other type of dendritic cells, that is migratory dendritic cells. Migratory dendritic cells are found in lymphoid organs. They are liver, gut, skin and arthro, consisting of two other sets of dendritic cells, CD103 plus and CD103 minus. These cells are called migratory dendritic cells. And another one type of dendritic cells, that is monocyte dendritic cells. Dendritic cells derived from monocytes from a new subset of dendritic cells during inflammation process. Monocytes that different into the dendritic cells are monocytes that express CCR2, which migrates from the bone marrow to the site of inflammation. And now we are discuss about what are the functions of dendritic cells. The dendritic cells are professional antigen presenting cells. They mostly perform important function of presenting antigen to different receptor and different immune cells for their immune cells activation. And the dendritic cells are responsible for eliciting an immune response in T cells and are also involved in the differentiation of the T helper cells. The dendritic cells have also been observed to be involved in the functional control of regulatory T cells. In the innate immune system, dendritic cells are involved in the activation of natural killer cells by the secretion of different cytokines. Do you have any clarification about my topics? Kindly go and search the above mentioned link and read the above mentioned books. It will help to gain extra knowledge for you. And finally, thank you viewers for your patient listening. Thank you.